All right, we are here reviewing AEW Revolution 2021.
It was the bomb.
Well, there was no bomb.
It was the 4th of July.
Okay. Yeah, something like that.
Wow.
Got some sparklers.
We had some sparklers.
I mean, yeah.
It was the bomb diggity.
But hey, we had a pre-show.
We did. It was the buy-in.
We had Thunder Rosa and Riho versus Britt Baker and not Reba/Rebel.
Yep.
Maka Ito.
Woo! The who?
Woo!
Maka Ito.
She is the what?
Well, she's the deity of shit.
And?
Also, the god of fucking what?
Blood and piss.
Blood and piss. God of blood and piss, and then took the moniker that Jim Cornette gave her and ran with it too.
And good for her for doing that.
Deity of shit.
Yeah, so
Man, if my Twitter following blew up from 17,000 to over 100,000 in 2 days, I'd do the same thing.
So Britt Baker comes out and she says that... is her name Reba?
her name is technically Rebel, but she calls her Reba.
Okay, so Reba apparently has a leg injury that was cleared by not only her, who was a doctor in her own right, and then the Jacksonville Jaguars personal trainer.
Yeah.
And they both agreed that Reba couldn't wrestle, and then they got Tony Khan to be able to give Britt Baker the opportunity to pick her partner of her choice, and that was, what was her name again?
Maka Ito.
Maka Ito.
Maka Ito, the deity of shit.
So Riho
With
does
a couple middle fingers for you too.
There's a lot of middle fingers.
And a Japanese pop idol song that was pretty badly done, which I think was the point.
Yeah. So Riho does a head scissors to Baker. Thunder Rosa does a crossface to Ito. Thunder Rosa does a nice shoulder tackle to Ito. Ito does a bulldog to Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa does a suplex to Ito. Thunder Rosa and Riho do a double team splash to Ito. Riho does a 619 to Ito. Baker throws Riho into the guardrail on the outside. Baker does a butterfly suplex to Riho. Ito does a chin lock to Riho. Riho does a guillotine and a crossbody to Ito. Thunder Rosa does double knees into the corner. And then she also does a stunner to Ito. Ito does a tornado DDT to Thunder Rosa. Ito does a half crab to Riho. Baker does an air raid crash to Riho. Baker does a DDT to Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa does a Death Valley driver to her.
You forgot who was in the ring.
Ito. To Ito.
Maki.
Cheetos?
Cheetos. Maki Ito Cheetos.
Baker does a super kick to Reba at this point in time, who gets on so Thunder Rosa gets super kicked by Baker after she gets hit with a crutch by Reba.
Yep.
So Maki Ito and Britt Baker win.
I was most amazed by how long the match went.
They got to fill that 30 minutes of pre-show. They literally showed the countdown stuff the half an hour before, so they didn't really have much to talk about in the pre-show.
Yeah, and I think when the second I said that, you guys were like, was this in WWE pre-show where they have like about 1,000 things they can fill up time with?
Well, they don't have Jerry Lawler on the pre-show panel just chilling.
They also kind of, when they do
else.
it though, they put what they would put on the pay-per-view. They're just like, oh, we don't have time for this. We'll put it on the pre-show. But they'll still give it time like they would have done it on the
They don't have Bad Bunny on the pre-show.
Hey man, he's the 24/7 champion, longest reigning.
Is he?
Pretty damn close, man. Because you know how fast they switched. Maybe Gronkowski before he decided to go back to the Bucks.
No fucking clue.
I'm sure R-Truth had like a week-long reign.
Oh man, but he's been the champ for like a month now.
It's okay. Hold the belt for a month. Like R-Truth has it like 50 times.
Yeah, I know. It's like.
Would you rather be a one-time champion for a month or a 50-time champion for a month?
I'd rather be a 50-time champ for like 5 seconds each. That's fine by me.
I mean, you want that piece of shit toilet trash? No, neither do I. I mean, Maki Ito might want it.
Yeah, you want the green belt?
Maki Ito might want it. He's the deity of shit, and that definitely epitomizes it.
All right.
Hold on a second.
Oh, God.
No.
Don't do it.
So R-Truth has been 24/7 champion 49 times.
Jesus Christ.
Damn, you're really fucking close.
I had to look it up because like he's 49 times. Fuck you, Ric Flair.
What notes do you have, Albert?
I had everything you had. It was pretty much run of the mill for me. Ito is an interesting character. I like the way she does her headbutt though. It's like I don't think I've seen anybody do that. But I will say, though, it did look silly. It did remind me of when Santino Marella would do his, and he does the little salute and just falls and misses or
Yeah,
whatever.
because Maka Ito just pretty much falls sideways.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
And actually, that would hurt her more than her opponent because she's hitting her temple on the person's body.
I'm pretty sure it's what I think it was you that was trying to show last week. Was actually her in a match from one of the tournament, and they did the little like weird like surfboard thing that you hate so much, but they did it like around her, and then at the end of it, the opponent holds her and she goes out the ropes and does that little headbutt. That's how it's like 11-second clip, but I don't think I showed you the whole thing.
Okay. I gave it a 5. It was okay.
It's a pre-show match. 5 works. I'll give it a 6 because Maki Ito. Deity of shit is a plus.
Yeah.
Make a t-shirt.
Anybody who can use Jim Cornette's little crotchiness and saltiness against them? Yeah, I'll give it a 6. Yeah, fuck it.
Like
6.
I said, man, if your Twitter followers went from 17,000 to 114,000, I would basically back into every single gimmick I could possibly do to make that work.
I'm doing 6.5.
Oh shit! I thought I was being generous.
The thing is I actually really enjoyed it for what it was. They gave him good time.
Yeah.
I thought Rosa and Baker worked well together, but I did not think.
The other two needed to be there.
Well, it's fine with them being there. I just didn't think they worked as well as they could have.
Not against each other, but when they were working against either Thunder Rosa or Baker, they were doing well.
Yeah, it was weird when they were in the ring. Which is
thankfully
weird because they
wasn't
have
too
the
much.
most experience working with each other. So
Has
weird.
Britt and Thunder Rosa wrestled each other before?
Yeah.
Yeah, Beach Break, like 2 months ago, month and a half ago,
Yeah, so that's pretty good.
and
Yeah.
Britt won that one.
So then we go on to the actual card. It's
Well, first of all, before we get to that, rest in peace, Jimmy Crockett Jr. Pioneer in wrestling booking at the NWA. Unfortunately, it was short-lived because you got bought up by Ted Turner. But hey, look, the stuff that I watched was always fun when you and Dusty were able to do your thing.
And you can't stop. The Jim Crockett promotions in general.
Yeah. So I grew up on watching Jim Crockett promotions.
well, plus then you had Jim Hurd take over, the dude who was a Pizza Hut owner.
That everybody hates. I've never heard an old wrestling podcaster like Jim Cornette or anybody like that be like, this guy knew what he was doing.
Well, I mean,
Jim
he
Hurd-
wanted to shave Ric Flair's head and call him Spartacus.
Jim Hurd thought that the Humpbacks would be a viable tag team because you can't pin them, but they can still lose by DQ and count out.
Who the hell are the Humpbacks?
Well, they never did it. That was a Jim Hurd idea. It was a Jim Hurd idea. I don't think it ever got to the ring, but
Are
I'm
they
just
two
saying.
fat dudes?
They did something. I don't know. I mean,
You know who that reminds me of? Those two fat dudes that are on like the motorcycles that were apparently professional wrestlers. Those twins.
Oh God, the big fucking 600-pound twins that rode the motorcycles.
Apparently those guys were wrestlers. That would be the Humpbacks.
I don't remember who they are at all.
I don't remember what their names are, but Cornette talks about them.
Anyways, rest in peace,
Rest in
Jimmy
peace.
Crockett Jr.
So we have the AEW Tag Team Title match opens up the show. The Young Bucks are taking on
Surprise.
the Inner Circle.
Okay, I want to think that this is like a way that like maybe Jericho, and this is speculate, or this is just a little bold take on my part. Do you think Chris Jericho or somebody else who was like came from the WWF said, "Hey, look, we can open the show with a match like this and it'd be great"? Because like, what do you think was going to open the match?
Open the
Beforehand.
show.
Yeah, also open the show.
I thought the
sorry.
ladder match was going to open the show.
Oh, never mind that.
Yeah,
okay.
normally you want to do a match that would hype up a crowd
Or Matt Hardy and
first.
Hangman.
Well, that takes away my argument then, because if they're going to do it that way anyway, then
Okay, I know last year's Revolution, which is the pay-per-view of the year or whatever.
It was Dustin and Hager.
Yeah, Dustin and Hager opened it, and that's like, okay.
maybe they learned.
It was
then-
like the worst match on the card,
But
but it
then
wasn't
Double
bad.
or Nothing last year was the ladder match they opened up
Yeah,
with.
they opened with the casino ladder match.
So it's like, okay.
I will say the way they put this together was weird, because they put everything at the end.
I didn't mind the. I didn't. Well, and when we talk about the.
It'll work out when we
Yeah,
get there. Like,
yeah,
it
we
all
talk-
worked out.
Yeah, it all
Yeah, 'cause
worked
I
out.
was thinking the Battle Royal was going to open up the show, to be honest.
I would have thought so too, but I thought it was a battle royal, not a rumble. But and we'll get to that in a second. So.
Well, to be fair, they never exclusively said,
Yeah,
hey.
they did. They did say that.
But
the
they
last
made it.
couple
They
weeks.
made it sound like
Right
it was
in my
gonna
head.
be like every 60 seconds, one member of a team was gonna come out, not like both members.
Because they did go through the rules on Wednesday. I know that.
But anyways, Bucks and Inner Circle. So Albert was wanting a blood feud, or they come out and just beat the fuck out of each other, but
Nope.
they waited for their introductions.
However, I will say that they did walk up with the belts and say, fuck you, we're the champs. And then like about a minute after the bell rings, they finally start brawling. So
I did love that you pointed it out, and I was going to let you do it, but I was saying when Jericho just grabs the belt from the referee.
Oh, yeah.
So the Bucks are beating up the Inner Circle on the outside of the ring. The Bucks Inner Circle sends the Bucks into each other. Bucks do a tope to Inner Circle. Bucks do a sharpshooter to the Inner Circle, and they're holding hands. How cute. Matt does a spear to Jericho.
He, like, inadvertently runs through, like, stops the double team or some shit.
The Bucks do more bang for your buck to MJF. Bucks do the senton to Jericho. Jericho and MJF do a team springboarded drop kick to Nick. Jericho does a suplex to Nick. MJF and Jericho flapjack Nick. Inner Circle do the Young Bucks pose, which was kind of funny to see.
They did it more than once, yeah.
Matt does a DDT to MJF. Jericho does a suplex to Matt on the outside. Jericho does another suplex to Matt. The Inner Circle suplex Matt. Matt does a DDT to both members of the Inner Circle. Nick does a bulldog clothesline combo to the Inner Circle. Nick does the flip pile driver to MJF.
The what?
The flip pile driver.
Gotcha.
Flip?
The Bucks do a super kick in the corner.
Super kick.
The Bucks do the Motor City Machine Gun finish to MJF. Jericho does the Walls of Jericho to Nick. Jericho does the Walls of Jericho to Matt. MJF does a power bomb to Matt. Jericho does the code breaker to Nick.
That was coming out of the... Because he was jumping in to do the fucking...
Meltzer driver.
Meltzer driver, yeah, that's what I was trying to get at.
MJF does the heat seeker to Matt after Jericho hit him with Floyd. The bat.
Floyd.
The Bucks do a crossbody to both members of the Inner Circle. The Bucks do a super kick to Jericho in the lion salt position. The Bucks do the BTE trigger to Jericho. Then the Bucks just start super kicking the shit out of MJF.
Yeah.
He takes like 8 or 9 super kicks, and then Jericho gets one. Then the Bucks hit the Meltzer driver to Jericho, and the Bucks win.
And tied in. We'll tie this in later with the promo they had later as far as to why this finish was perfect. So, because we're predicting what's going to happen on Wednesday. The Bucks always amaze me about how well they make the shit look easy. And they go through these double team moves and these off the rope shit this and off the rope that shit that, and it's amazing how they freaking just do it all the time and always make it look different and new almost every match I watch. I could watch 10 matches of theirs in a row and I'm going to be impressed with it every time. I may not be a big Bucks fan, but I still appreciate what they can do in the ring. And this match was no different.
I was just more shocked that Jericho and MJF worked as opponents for them. Like, I didn't think their styles were going to mesh well with the way the Bucks worked, but it worked.
Yeah. MJF and Jericho pretty much played opportunistic. We won't fight you face to face. We'll get you with like little trips off the apron, or we'll sneak up on you from behind or whatever, and it worked well.
Fucking Nick jumped into a code breaker.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah. Well, I thought you were gonna say something.
I was done talking. I thought you were gonna jump in too.
No,
I give the match 8.5.
I went 8.5 as well.
That's a trifecta.
And I wish the Bucks would just come out and started beating the shit out of them. I would give it a 9 at least if that happened.
I didn't expect this match to be better than an 8, so 8.5 is a good way to start.
Yeah, but the whole time we're watching the match and Dylan is like, this match is great. This match is great. And like at the first I thought it was kind of slow, but it picked up at the end, and I thought it was fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
True. So then we go to the Battle Royal.
Speaking of surprises.
So every minute and a half, another team comes out, and your team is still in until both members are eliminated.
Yeah, so if you go watch the Survivor Series when these tag teams are against each other, one guy gets pinned, the whole team goes. But in this one, it's individual rumble, essentially.
It's a 30-man rumble, but you have a tag team partner.
Yeah, so you have 15 entries.
Yeah, which is the best part about this whole thing.
But you start off with the Natural Nightmares and the Dark Orders, 5 Allen Angels, and 10 Preston Vance. So Rhodes does a scoop slam to Vance right away.
I mean, not gonna lie, I love 10, but he did not take that very well.
Angels did a code breaker.
I don't know if it's on him or Dustin.
And a moonsault to Marshall. Then Rhodes did a bulldog to both members of the Dark Order. Then Santana and Ortiz come out.
That would be a completely different match.
That'd be fucking funny, to be fair.
Awesome.
So at this point in time...
Would be the first time he showed up in a Rumble.
It's true.
I wasn't ready.
Or she showed up in the Rumble, I should say.
I wasn't ready.
Okay, QT throws Allen Angels out. Then we have the Seidel's, Matt and Mike.
Kayfabe brothers?
No, they're actually brothers.
Actual brothers.
Gotcha.
Matt does a really good Meteora to Vance. The Seidels also do a lightning spiral to Vance.
You have to say, what is that?
Lightning spiral. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember how the
do you
move was
explain
done.
it?
All right, I'll look it up later. Don't worry about it.
So then we get the next Dark Order.
I was waiting for you to start doing some hand motions so I could yell at you for being an audio podcast.
So we get the next Dark Order, which is Grayson and Uno.
Yeah, so 4 of the Dark Order are in right now, or is it 3?
Three, because
Okay.
Angels was the first one eliminated. Angels.
Santina.
Angels.
Santina is in there. So Ortiz and Santana then eliminate Mike Seidel.
Bye.
Vance does a spine buster to Matt Seidel. Then the Gun Club come in.
Oh, God. That's right.
Colton does a
Bob?
nice splash to Grayson.
Wow.
Santana eliminates Matt Seidel, so the Seidels are gone. Then we have Pretty Picture.
The first full team eliminated.
Then we have Pretty Picture come in. Which is... Oh, God, what the fuck is that one guy's name? Something
not gonna-
Baloney.
Cedric Bononi.
Yeah.
Cedric Baloney.
Bononi.
I guarantee you these guys are the team that got put in this match because Top Flight wasn't in it. Top Flight was supposed to be.
That would be amazing.
Cedric Baloney and Peter Avalon.
And I'm actually very interested to know why they weren't in it, because they were supposed to be.
So then I pretty much stopped just writing the actual fucking moves. But I'm just writing...
Team, elimination.
Yeah, exactly. So then the next team in are the Varsity Blondes.
Well, because you start realizing every team comes in, they hit a bunch of moves, like, holy shit, okay, I really kind
But that was turned out to be the best part of the match.
No, like, that's why I said I'm surprised and my rating's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, so the Varsity Blondes come in.
Brian Pillman Jr. and
Austin
Griff Garrison.
Who the fuck's Griff Garrison?
Austin Gunn throws out Peter Avalon. QT ends up throwing the Gun Club out.
And then eliminating himself.
And then leaves.
Yeah, he and Dustin Rhodes argued about something.
They are, because the Gun Club's a part of the Nightmare family, and QT is one of the Nightmare family trainers.
Then we have Bear Country.
Well, apparently he was one of the Nightmare family trainers.
Before I even heard this team, or saw this team come out, and they mentioned Bear. You guys were talking about Bear Country. I was like, "What the fuck is Bear Country?"
Who the fuck is
Bronson and Boulder.
Bronson and Boulder, baby. And it
Sober
looked like
Boulder. Sober
and
Boulder.
I dig these guys. So,
Okay, these dudes did some cool double team moves.
yeah.
Like one of them was going
Boulder
for
did that pile driver thing that was...
and one was going for like a fall away slam, and then had another one for a Samoan drop at the same time.
Yeah, I gotta watch these guys going forward.
You said they're going like Brian Cage, just catching people.
Yeah.
Being strong guys.
So Bear Country ends up throwing out Stu Grayson. Then we hear Tarzan Boy.
Oh.
So Jurassic Express comes out.
All of them.
Jungle Boy throws out Ortiz.
Bye.
Luchasaurus throws out some guy named Griff Garrison, whoever the fuck that is.
I don't know who the fuck is Griff Garrison.
And Cedric Baloney.
Yeah, and he called it. Like, the second they came out, like, all right, you're gonna see eliminations start to happen. And sure enough, they jumped
Yeah,
out of the pool.
because you got too many teams in there, man.
So Cedric Baloney and Garrison are gone.
Everybody out of the pool.
Get the fuck out of here, baloney.
Yeah, pretty much.
Get out of here.
So then Jungle Boy ends up doing a senton. Marco ends up taking out Uno.
Okay.
I didn't even catch that in the match, so.
We gotta talk about this one, because this and the anticlimactic ending of the show are the two most egregious things that happen on the show.
Marco Stunt getting involved.
No, Marco, it's because you gotta rewatch it, because it's ridiculous. He goes, he does it, he hits the floor
And then Uno sells.
before Uno even moves.
So it's a botch.
And then Uno ran himself into the post like some ghost pushed him or some shit.
It was the Invisible Man.
Yeah, it was really bad. It was really, really bad. It's right up there with the explosion.
That's so gross. Okay.
Then Jungle Boy throws out Santana.
You'll rewatch it when we're done here and be like, holy shit, how'd I miss that?
Yep, so then Jungle Boy throws out Santana. Then the Butcher and the Blade are here.
Hi, Penelope.
I wonder, did they turn?
Not Penelope.
This is
Bunny.
Allie.
Oh, hi, Bunny.
Hi, what Lola Bunny would look like in real life.
Pretty much.
She's worn the outfit, and it pretty much what it looks like.
Yum.
So Vance takes out Blade.
She's just drawn that way.
Butcher and the Blade eliminate Dustin Rhodes.
It's born that way.
Private Party are in.
I know, I said born. Like, that's where my head went.
Private Party are in.
The heel party.
SCU are in. Bear Country throw out Luchasaurus.
Boo.
Blade takes out Bear Country.
Boo.
Death Triangle comes in.
Butcher took up.
Yeah, I called it.
Butcher took out.
Well, Butcher took out Bear Country.
I keep
whatever.
calling it Beer Country. I want somebody to be called Beer Country, I guess.
Pac and Phoenix take out Quinn and Blade. Then we got the last Dark Order in here. Reynolds and Silver.
Beautiful.
Johnny Hunky.
He is.
And the Dark Order end up throwing out Cassidy.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel bad for Alex Reynolds because all these matches happen, and Reynolds is gone, and John Silver gets to have all the moments.
SCU throws out Butcher.
Every time.
Phoenix takes out Daniels. Jungle Boy takes out Reynolds. Pac throws Kaz out.
I like the elimination for Reynolds though, because he gets thrown from the one side of the apron over over the ring post and out onto the other side. That was good.
Phoenix eliminates Silver.
Hand motions audio podcast.
True.
Jungle Boy eliminates Pac. Phoenix eliminates Jungle Boy.
Phoenix breaks his ass first.
The
Yes, he
Death
does.
Triangle win.
Yeah, so that tope. Good. You even said it. There's potential he could fly over the railing, and he did it through the middle rope.
It's weird because I've seen him do it twice in the most recent weeks with the Archer match and all that, but he was doing the Cone Hilo over the top and going in this jump. He's so fast in this jump, but to do that, he went at a straight speed. He wasn't like jumping over and far.
Yeah.
He just went like a straight line through the ropes and still hit his ass off the fucking
Pac is
barricade.
looking at him going like, "You stole my gimmick, you motherfucker." The man that gravity forgot.
We're about to have the best fucking tag team match. The Bucks versus Pac and...
Yeah, and I was like, I want to see that match. Like, even before it happens, these guys are going to win because that's the match I want to see. But
Yeah, Death Triangle wins. That was a fucking good battle royal, to be fair.
I could have had Luchasaurus win too. I had Jungle Boy getting the last two eliminations. I had no problem with that. But
Bear Country.
Bear Country, but they're not ready to get title matches.
Beer
Right?
Country.
No, they haven't had a match on Dynamite. This is the first time they've been on national scope.
And so it was a good. So what a Final Four? We had Phoenix. We had the Death. What are they called again? The
Death Triangle.
The Death Triangle, and we had Jungle Boy. That's not bad.
No, you had
Phoenix,
Silver.
Pac,
Or
Phoenix,
Silver. Sorry,
Phoenix,
Silver.
Pac, Silver, and Jungle Boy.
Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. Yeah, Phoenix went up before that. Yeah, like all four guys, I enjoyed that Final Four. The whole match was good, like you said, Dylan. It wasn't just punch kicking into a corner and wait for your spot. These guys were doing moves in the ring, double team moves, and all this kind of stuff. And so I enjoyed it.
Again, in the Royal Rumble, it's like, it's 30 people, so it's twice as long. It's just one person at a time. But also, like, they had a lot of time to fill in those matches. This is like a condensed Rumble where everybody's just like, go, go, go.
Yeah. And I really don't know how I want to rate this because sometimes these are just messy, but I gave it a 9.
Damn. I can give it an 8.5. I liked it.
I gave it a 9. It was fun.
I'll go 8.5 as well.
Just because it blew my... Because AEW's done a lot of these number one contender battle royals. This, and this. And like, how is this good? It's the best one I've seen them do.
They're going to do this again. I mean,
They always do casino battle royales. This is just the tag team one that was...
How many of these tag teams are legitimate that are going to be sticking around?
They're all signed. Well, Peter Avalon and...
Sticking around.
Peter Avalon and them are gone, but Bear Country is sticking around. SCU is going to be done here soon, but that's...
All of the Dark Order will stay around for now.
Because that's a deep tag team division. If that's...
But you got to realize the ones that, like I said, Top Flight was supposed to be in it.
FTR's not there.
FTR wasn't in it.
Bear Country, who knows?
No, they're signed.
Not even know, but who knows how long they'll actually be a team.
They should. They tend to keep... No, there's also the Acclaimed, because Anthony Bowens was hurt. So.
Natural Nightmares won't be a team for much longer.
They're done. That was the end of the day. Gun Club could be a thing.
Gun Club, I can't see them going against each other unless they make Austin
I don't really
main
see,
eventer.
I don't really see the Seidel brothers sticking around because I don't think they're going to sign Mike. They're bringing him around for work, but I don't think he's going to stay.
Mike's not bad, but he's not great. Matt's great.
Oh shit, the Hybrid 2 wasn't in this match. Jack Evans made his point in this match, but they weren't actually in the match.
Kept getting
Some wild
involved.
tag teams. Jesus, good for them.
I don't see Picture Pretty or Pretty Picture being together long either.
No. If anything, the guy who has to look in the I don't think he has to look, but he's got something that
Cedric Baloney.
somebody would try to do something with. Vince might try to do something with.
I don't see him necessarily.
Wow, that's what he would do.
I don't see that guy getting cut. It's just I don't.
No, I'm saying putting him with Peter Avalon's not helping him. Peter Avalon's where he's at, and he's got a niche for it.
He's a loser
for it, and it works. But he's not going to be like. And now I believe Peter Avalon can become TNT champion.
Yeah.
The only thing I know about Peter Avalon was during that hardcore tag team match that I reviewed for the.
And when he got chokeslammed through his bed.
So he's on this little couch. He got chokeslammed on it. Was it?
Oh, he took the GTS too.
That was from Kenta.
Yeah, and then he got chokeslammed through the thing.
Who chokeslammed him again?
Archer.
Was it Archer? I thought so. Okay. Either way, I was glad because who the fuck is this guy?
He texted me, he's like, is that Peter Avalon? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, he kind of sucks.
Yeah. So that's a good enough number for me. All right. So then we had a little backstage stuff. They go right to the back because we're supposed to have the Miro and Kip versus Orange Cassidy and Chucky T match. They come to the back and they see that Chucky T and OC were being jumped by Miro and Sabian. Miro throws Chucky T into a window through the window of a door while Orange Cassidy is being body slammed on one of those what do you call those things with all you haul equipment through it? Those big equipment containers or whatever.
You said it right earlier too. I can't remember.
I remember what it was. Anyway, so Miro decides to look at the camera with Chucky T's head.
Play my music.
It says "Play my music," and they walk out to the ring.
You mean you forgot the women's match, man?
Yeah, you skipped over the women's match. You did. The women's match was third. You're right.
Yeah, because I thought you were doing I was like, did they show that promo before this match?
No, I'm sorry.
Well, we can just forget that part, do the women's match, and just jump right back to where you were.
Alright, so you have the AEW women's title match. Hikaru Shida versus Ryu Mizunami.
Not bad.
Alright, so Rio does a shoulder tackle on Shida.
Don't say Rio. Call him Mizunami. I'm going to think Riho.
I'm not calling her Mizunami every single time.
Well, you're going to end up calling her Riho a couple times.
Say Ryo.
Rio. Not Riho. It's Rio.
Ryu?
Rio does a shoulder tackle to Shida. She does a Hurricane Rana to Rio.
Yep.
Rio throws Shida over the barricade into some random people.
Get in the ring, Shida.
Rio does a leg drop to Shida off the top rope. Rio does a half clutch to Shida. Shida does the dead eye pretty much to Rio on the ramp and lands ass on face.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking sat on her.
Shida does a suplex to Rio in the ring. Rio does a spike suplex to Shida. Rio does a spear to Shida. Rio does a top rope leg drop to Shida again. Shida does a straight jacket suplex to Rio. Shida does a Falcon Arrow twice to Rio. Shida does a corkscrew knee kick to Rio and wins 1, 2, 3.
This started out dumb.
Yeah.
But it was pretty decent. I actually ended up enjoying it. They had some good moments where we actually thought that it was going to end. It just didn't.
Yeah, there's so many false finishes.
And they got really tired. Shida was damn near dying by the end of this match.
Yeah, I think both of them were kind of okay, I can barely do my move. She tried it for a Falcon's Arrow once, could barely get Rio up.
That was the first time, too, because she did it again. I was like... I mean, I get it, because, in a way, you think you do so much like that I could see a believable finish. But I could see her having a problem lifting her for that move. But then she was just...
gassed.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't have much to say, except for, maybe the the beginning of the match was a little annoying because of those stupid little slappy things that they were doing to each other.
And then her,
it didn't look like it hurt at all, so...
Ryu was being fucking... super confident, being stupid in the ring. She did that weird pulling the rope thing.
That's actually entertaining. It was just okay, you're mine. Sure. Okay. And then the end was a little anticlimactic. Not anticlimactic, but it was just too many false finishes. it went on a little bit too long for me because, like you said, they were gassed, so whatever they were doing just didn't look right. But everything in the middle of that was fine. They told a pretty good story. I enjoyed it.
We got in an argument about who does the shiningest wizard, and I was right. And you said me I wasn't.
Who was it?
Tegan Knox.
Might be Candice LeRae. No, I'm kidding.
I was right from the beginning, and he's like, "No."
It might be Johnny Wrestling.
Shut up.
Johnny Wrestling.
You got one of your favorite people on this show.
I did.
But obviously I didn't have any notes on it whatsoever because I'm an idiot. But from what I remember, it wasn't horrible. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna say that. It was good. It was good. But there were parts where it was like, okay, a little bit slow. The stuff at the beginning and stuff at the end were a little So
I didn't like what happened after the match. But
Yeah, that too with the.
So Maki Ito got on the actual pay-per-view. So
Yeah, because you had Maki Ito and
Fuck you.
Reba and fucking Baker and Vicky and Nyla beating down Rio and
I didn't mind all
Shida.
that.
And then
Then you have Thunder Rosa.
that's the part. Like,
makes four women who could beat her ass run away.
Because you get everybody runs away, but it thinks, oh, she's even the numbers. Yeah, but the other two are hurt.
Yeah.
So it's still this Thunder Rosa running into 4 people that could.
The weirdest thing is Riho didn't come out for that.
She's gonna be in the 6-man tag match. Sean.
I gave it a 7.
6-woman
I thought it was
tag
okay.
match.
Yeah, whatever.
I gave it a 7.
I gave it
Well,
6.5.
Do I do what people do on the Facebook page that are transphobic? Well, there's 5 women in the match.
Oh no.
Huh?
Because people are transphobic, so they'd be like, oh, why is Nyla Rose a man fighting all these women?
Oh, okay.
And people are assholes.
I gave it 6.5. I mean, it wasn't bad. It did its job.
I like Shida, so I'll give it a 7. She's one of my personal favorites.
Then we go into your Kip Sabian and Miro.
And now we skip to when he says, play my music.
Do you want me to say it again?
No, let's continue
No,
from play my music.
Okay, so yeah, I'm stupid. So Miro drags Miro and Kip Sabian drag Chucky T to the ring, and then Miro grabs a mic and says all this can stop if you say the words. I don't know what those words were, and you can make this stop. He says again, and Chucky T says
He basically yells at him and says, I could have brought you to the moon. We could have went to the moon.
Yeah, just drop the rocket on your back or something.
Well, what are the words that he wants to say? You're my bitch.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm your bitch is what he wants him to say. I don't know.
Something like that. I'm pretty sure the whole point is he wants Chucky to. He wants to break up Trent and Orange Cassidy. He really hates Orange Cassidy.
Yeah.
I actually thought we were just gonna get Orange Cassidy versus Miro here instead of doing the tag match. But
yeah,
so,
but then fucking Chuck's the one who gets thrown into the fucking ring, and OC's got to come save him.
So Chucky T
and the first person to bleed on this show with all these hardcore matches is Chucky Taylor.
Yeah. So Chucky Taylor, the bloody version, gets the mic in his face after all the things that Miro was saying. He says, "Just ring the damn bell," and then they have a handicap match until.
All right, so we got Kip Sabian and Miro versus Chucky Taylor and Orange Cassidy.
Orange Cassidy is the best Superman punch of all time, and Miro disappears for like 5 minutes.
Sabian does a springboard drop kick to Taylor.
Roman Reigns.
Taylor has a knee lift to Sabian.
Head of the table.
OC comes out and does a Superman punch to Miro, and Miro's dead.
Oh yeah, no, he just
dies.
disappears for.
He vanishes.
Taylor does a Uranagi to Sabian. OC does a tope to Sabian. OC does a diving DDT to Sabian. Sabian does a gut buster to OC after trying one before and it hit him in the shoulder. OC does a tornado DDT to Sabian. OC and Taylor do the beach break to Sabian. Taylor's attempting to go into someone's ass at that point, apparently.
Thumb up the air.
We're doing the thumb in the ass spot again?
Well, because OC did the beach break, but Taylor was doing something different.
He did the jump, he did the kick to the ass before he dropped on the beach break. So he's like, I'm going to shove my foot up your ass.
Taylor did a pile driver to Sabian.
Wow.
OC did a stunner and the orange punch to Miro.
The way he got into that stunner was pretty cool.
Miro does an Uranagi to OC. Miro does the Machka kick. And does the camel clutch to Taylor. Kip Sabian and Miro win.
And gives 0 fucks about Penelope Ford.
Why would Miro?
I don't know. He went out there and was like, "Take me in, you asshole."
Yeah. Why would Miro give a shit about Penelope? It's not Lana.
It's his best friend, though, supposedly.
Well,
I mean, I would assume if you're the best man, you're supposed to actually be friends with the person.
I mean, the wedding already happened, so he doesn't need to be best man anymore.
That's it.
I like
We'll
it.
no longer be friends after one of us gets married. How about that?
I kind of dug how Miro was like. I dug how
Well,
Miro
ain't
was like.
happening, so we're good.
Yeah, we got a long time.
I dug how Miro was like, we gotta win the match. And he said, tag me in. And no, I enjoyed that. Penelope's okay. Fine.
And
She's taking bumps
Kip
before.
right back over there.
Yeah, Penelope's taking bumps before. Whatever.
And
Get
then
over it.
Miro's like, don't worry about it.
It's fine.
He pet Kip on the head or some shit.
Yeah.
And they were leaving.
I still dig the what do they call this chemical clutch here in AEW?
It's game over.
It's called Game Over.
Yeah.
It's a lame name, but
Well, he's still got the gaming personality, so his gaming persona, because he came in with Kip as gamers.
oh, I didn't know that.
He's a gamer who kicks ass. This whole thing started because...
It'd be great if we called it round win.
'Cause
It'd be great.
Yeah, no, that'd be suing. No.
Because they broke an arcade machine.
Yeah, the whole thing with the best friends started because they were playing this arcade machine that was very clearly not plugged in. Let's be fair with that. And fucking Trent went through it or something. Or he threw somebody through it, one of the two. He speared somebody through their arcade machine, and that pissed Miro off to the point where he wanted to absolutely murder Chuck Taylor and Trent. I think that's why he wanted to get Chuck out of there, because he likes him. He doesn't like Trent or Orange Cassidy for destroying his machine.
Yeah, whatever.
It's a stupid storyline, and now if Miro could move on and actually maybe
Dude, I mean, he looks like he's ready to kick people.
push
ass.
towards a match with Omega or some shit. I don't know.
You
might have
or
to-
even Darby.
I'm just saying it might be a year.
Yeah.
It might be a year before they can get Miro to a stance where I'd be like, yeah, Miro, go for the title.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
Go for Darby.
He could take the TNT title.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Darby doesn't need the TNT title for one.
Yeah, for sure. But Darby and Miro, like those two styles will work well together because Miro could kick Darby's ass and Darby will sell for him, but Darby can work around him with his speed and everything. That'd be a great match right there.
Yeah, they did that. It's called Brian Cage.
Sort of. Did they have a match together?
Oh yeah, they had
They had a feud.
I'm talking Brian.
Oh, I didn't know.
Brian Cage and Darby had a title match, and Cage just beat the living fucking shit out of him.
Cage has been beating the fuck out of Darby since like September.
So he's been
Actually, before
since
that.
Double or Nothing.
Since before that.
Double or Nothing when he debuted.
Yeah, that's true. So almost a year.
He threw him out of the ring at that ladder, and Darby died for like 10 minutes.
Almost a full fucking year.
And now it's over, right?
Nope.
So this was the and I'm using this term in a respectful way. This is the worst match on the card for me.
Piss break
It was a
match.
6.
Yep, called it.
It was a 6.
It's a 6, and I
And
agree.
it's the worst card. It's the worst match on the card.
Which is not a bad thing.
No, it's not.
If the worst match on your card is a 6 and our baseline is a 5, it's not bad.
Mine was 5.5.
I gave it a 6 because it was short and they got to the point and they ended it and got out.
I like how they started it. I didn't mind how they started in the back and came out, and then they developed with Orange Cassidy coming out.
No, I didn't mind that part either. It's just they could have did a little more.
And the right team went over.
Right, of course. Right.
You can't have Miro lose.
No, not yet.
I mean, Kip could have lost, but if they want to build towards Miro and Kip having a feud with the Penelope thing.
And Orange Cassidy could lose for a month straight and still be over. So, and Chucky Taylor. Well, I don't know if we like Chucky T or not.
I don't like Chucky T.
Not a fan.
I mean,
Trent is great.
If he would just show more effort, more passion about putting thumbs up asses, we might like him more.
I mean, he was the only one that was so reluctant about putting his thumb in the ass in that match.
Hey, Pete Dunne never got one.
No, he was the last one to go out there, but
I'm surprised.
When Chuck had to go out there for that, he goes,
he just looks.
Fine,
whatever.
He just looks over at Pete Dunne, shoves his finger up the guy's ass, and it's like, all right,
"Come get me."
just put it
I'm
up
ready.
there. If you don't know what we're talking about, I'm not gonna explain it.
Coming soon.
You'll eventually hear it.
Coming soon.
Hopefully,
whenever
this week.
whenever he gets around to doing that.
So after that match was over, we had backstage. Who was the interviewer, by the way? Do you guys know?
Was it Marvez?
No, Marvez. It's the. Are we doing the Big Show one, or is this
No.
the Jericho one?
Jericho.
Oh, this is Marvez. Yes.
Okay.
Alex Marvez.
So Alex Marvez is back. Is in the back interviewing Chris Jericho and MJF, and he says you failed to win the tag titles tonight, and what is next?
Failed?
Well, hold on. It says what is next for the Inner Circle, and they almost technically they did do the old
Jericho says-
repeat the question back to the interviewer thing.
He failed.
Failed?
No,
We
all
didn't
he- all
fail.
He said
We
was
failed?
failed.
He said it twice. He said he failed twice.
Failed? We failed?
And then
Idiot.
And then he
Yeah.
said, "You idiot." And then he goes, "We may have lost."
Yeah, but the guy goes, "What is next for the Inner Circle?" He
It
didn't
should have
go,
been that,
Well,
yeah.
what's next for the Inner Circle?
What do you mean, you idiot?
He
Yeah.
didn't say that.
I
If
still
he
think
did,
it was
then we'd
funny that he
mark
still,
Yeah,
he
everyone
still
marked
repeated the.
It still repeated something, but like I know you looked at me too. I was like, I don't think it's the same thing.
No, not the
It was
same.
on that gray area of like, is that really breaking the rule?
Not sure.
The RW Wrestling Committee is telling me that it is not
You
the
don't
same
know
thing.
the RW Wrestling Committee. We have not.
Sorry. Eventually you'll meet them.
How am
but-
I the only one? I'm in charge of this entire thing. How am I?
Bullshit!
Hey,
This is my
checks,
creation.
Checks and balances, baby.
We are both in charge.
All right.
whole
so,
idea
so
was mine.
Jericho continued
No,
by
I've been
saying,
telling you for years, and AEW came out, and you're like, okay, let's do it now.
I still got it to happen.
I don't give a fuck. I've been trying to get you to do it for like 3 years.
"Oh God,
We're gonna break
I'm
up.
gonna turn this car around, guys."
Podcast is over.
Hey, we were gonna be the Conrad Thompson before Conrad Thompson.
Damn.
shaveofconrad.com.
Damn.
You're not. No, don't say that yet. We gotta go to a show and use that as a sign.
Nobody watches this shit. Don't worry about it.
All right. So
48 people do.
So after Jericho decided to embarrass the interviewer, he says, "We should have won the tag titles. The Inner Circle, I mean, of course we couldn't win. The Inner Circle is depleted. Look at us. There will be an Inner Circle War Council on AEW Dynamite coming up." And he hands the mic to MJF. And basically MJF says a few things, but basically he says, "We're going to do something on Wednesday that will make the Inner Circle be better," which will probably be
Kicking Jericho out.
because Jericho got pinned today. So MJF can say, "I wasn't pinned. He was." I still have he hasn't lost a match yet, has he?
He lost the.
Oh, I'm sorry. He hasn't been. He himself has not been pinned.
He lost it all out to Moxley.
Oh, okay. So he has lost a match.
But
Okay.
other than that, he really hasn't.
But here's the deal, though. Realistically, how is that gonna work? Because Jericho is technically the guy who formed the group.
I
That
don't know,
doesn't
man.
matter.
They literally had that whole thing like a month and a half ago where MJF kicked the cameraman out and he talked to Wardlow, Hager, and Santana and Ortiz privately without Jericho or Guevara.
Yeah, but then
anything.
when they were trying to sit there and go, "Hey, we don't trust MJF," Santana was like, "Fuck you, MJF." Ortiz was like, "Maybe." Hager was like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, that's the
Guevara said, "Fuck you."
that's the tried and true. The band breaks up and we'll see who comes out of it. But we already. But the weird thing about this group is that they already had people who are already established. It's not like when DX formed. I'm sorry, even better, Nation Domination formed, and you had guys like The
Evolution.
Rock and D'Lo who weren't known commodities yet,
I'd say Evolution's one too.
or Evolution for that matter.
Like Randy Orton and Batista blew up very quickly after
Yeah.
Evolution started, but because it worked so well.
But the weird one about this group is that everybody in this group is already over to some degree or another.
I mean, Sammy got over. Nobody really knew who he was other than this match.
Okay, Sammy got over when he was getting chased by golf carts.
and
Well,
been
that's
suplexed
I
across
think
the football
Sammy was
field.
over well before that.
That was when he started getting over.
Like his
getting
biggest
chased
thing
by a
was-
golf cart.
Yeah.
Because technically, Sammy Guevara was in the first ever AEW match. The pre-show at Double or Nothing 2019, him and Kip Sabian had the first ever match. And then he was in the first televised match with Cody on October 2nd. And
So-
at the end of that show, he joined the Inner Circle.
So I'm wondering. So after Guevara gets his shit together with the either Impact or whether it's AEW has an issue with or whatever that booking crap was, he had a problem with.
That
He had
was
a problem,
that was
he had a
with
problem with
Impact.
Impact.
Impact. Okay. I'm surprised Guevara hasn't gotten over it more than he has.
I love
thought
Sammy.
I know, but I thought he'd be a little bit higher on the pecking order than he is.
Some people shit on him because of the whole Sasha Banks situation.
Oh,
That's done and over.
yeah.
No, people still bring it up in every single comment section.
People are gonna bring up the fact that fucking Justin Roberts did that
No,
shit.
I know.
And
And Darby's thing.
unfortunately, people like Marty Scurll aren't gonna be able to get let off anytime soon. You know, it's stupid.
I think the only person that's truly fucked is Joey Ryan.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, he deserves to be fucked up because when you're making quote unquote charity for women wrestling events and not telling anyone that it's your company and you're the one who's on the card as well, and you're hiding yourself in the poster.
But who on that card was going to face him?
That's what I'm wondering.
Either way.
Because they had pictures of like Brian Cage and Rhino and a couple of the AEW women, and then somewhere hidden in like the middle of the poster where you could barely see him, Joey Ryan's picture.
So I'm wondering if
The problem is, I wonder, before we do that,
Yeah, go ahead.
I have one more comment on that. Had that poster not came out with his face on it, do you think people wouldn't have noticed until the event that he was in charge of it?
Well, and then on top of that, if let's say they didn't know and they go to this event, what the fuck did he think was gonna happen?
Oh, you? Oh, okay.
he's an idiot.
He is.
Like that's the fucking
But
stupidest thing you can do.
now, because this all happened, people think he's going to use it as part of his lawsuit to say that he can't even run a show because people won't. How shitty can he really be?
The thing is if he would have just been open and honest about his company, Bar Wrestling, the one that was booking it, maybe someone would have fucking did it.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad. But
yeah, so I'm wondering.
Now we go back to the Inner Circle.
So I'm wondering if when this War Council happens and Jericho gets booted out.
If Jericho
gets booted out, which I think is going to be the ultimate goal, because I think Jericho needs to go out on his own and do his own thing. And
he needs a solid face run. He's had a really good 2-year heel run.
But the thing is, though, I think it's a detriment to him unless Guevara breaks out as well, because I think he's the guy who should be breaking out, not MJF. MJF's already over. Jericho's already over.
So, sex gods.
The thing is, I think they're going to use this because obviously they're not done with Guevara.
Yeah.
Guevara just left the Inner Circle and he's just away for right now. But when it comes back to it, I think the idea now is to get him over as a super baby face.
Maybe he'll fight MJF or something.
Because he turned when he left. He went out the face tunnel to like signify that he turned.
Yeah. Well, to be 100% fair, in the end it could be fucking MJF and Wardlow versus Jericho and Guevara.
So you lay sex gods back together as faces.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, fair enough.
Jericho gets kicked out, says, Guevara, you were right, and goes, let's beat this fucking Inner Circle.
Or Guevara could just be like, I fucking told you so, go fuck yourself.
Which could happen too.
I don't think so. He might just be like, see, I told you MJF was in your head.
Or you could just do the Simon Miller thing.
Slap your head a couple times and go, and that's why.
No, because Simon Miller, every single time he brings it up, is a firm believer that MJF and Sammy are orchestrating this whole thing. And they're going to get Jericho out, and Sammy's going to come back.
That'd be interesting, don't get me wrong.
And we want to know why? Here's why.
So you got to smack your head first.
Here's why.
I can't, because I'm not bald like your brother.
Smack your head, it'll sound the same. Oh, smack yourself in the face. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't work for us. We're not bald.
So audio podcast.
Audio podcast. That was my head being smacked by Dylan right over here, and I allowed him to do it. Just so y'all know.
Okay. Then we get another match.
Do we?
We have a lot more matches.
We get Matt Hardy versus
Adam Page. What's the
Big
Show
Page.
promo before this?
I
think the Big Show promo was
after the ladder match.
This.
After the ladder match.
After the ladder match. Mm-hmm. Shit.
Okay, so Matt Hardy versus Adam Page. It's a big money match. Adam Page is ready. Matt Hardy's ready. The money's ready.
And we cut the black.
Wham.
And we cut the black.
Chop salad.
Page does a suplex to Hardy. Wham.
Did you choose this match to do?
Ain't no whams at the beginning, man.
I just realized this is the only, well, I guess a women's match, but this is the only like straight up singles match on this card.
Yeah. Page does a fall-away slam to Hardy.
Fall-away wham.
Wham.
Page has an axe handle to Hardy on the outside.
Axe wham. Sham wow.
Same ham.
Okay, Matt Hardy, at this point in the match, has Adam Page's hand wrapped around the turnbuckle, and he's going after his fingers.
Pete Dunne?
Which tends to be a thing that he's doing the rest of the match.
Well, like he ends up
not Pete Dunne, but
kicking the staircase.
So Matt Hardy is kicking the stairs into his fingers.
There it is.
Matt Hardy's biting Page's fingers.
He's hungry.
And there's a lot of biting in this show.
Page does the Death Valley driver to Hardy.
A lot of this.
Page does a clothesline to Hardy, who's coming off the top rope. Matt Hardy does a twist of fate on the outside of the ring.
We didn't even talk about that.
Yeah, you got it.
Talk about Jericho or MJF with the suck it thing.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Damn, you're right. I'm starting to get it now. Hardy does a German to Page off of Brett's rope. Page does a cactus clothesline to Hardy. Page does a moonsault to Hardy. Hardy does a neckbreaker to Page. Hardy does a razor's edge off Brett's rope to Page. Page does a dead eye to Hardy.
And then Private Party.
Hardy does a twist of fate and a side effect to Page.
Kick out.
Page does the buckshot lariat. Wham!
There you go.
And you're going to talk about the Dark Order coming out and saving him before he...
Page wins 1, 2, 3, and we cut to black.
No, not yet. Show's not over. God,
we should have cut the black when we get there.
The best part was when the Dark Order came out and caught
resurrected him like fucking Jesus.
It's like a little trust fall into a group of people like that fucking dude from those in WWE. I forget his name.
Mordecai?
No. The guy
Christian Cage.
The guy who came out with his own freaking entourage right behind him. He'd play all this freaking dance music. He'd go in dancing. And then
Adam Rose?
Yeah, that's him. Rosebuds, that's what it was.
Rosebuds.
I was like, who do
Braun Strowman over here. Got him.
Becky Lynch?
But not you. Adam Rose, anyway. So the trust fall happens. They push him back up, and he does the buckshot lariat in 1, 2, 3.
On Twitter, he said after that, he said, maybe it's not about the money, but the friends you make along the way.
Oh.
So I think he finally joined and accepted the Dark Order.
Yeah,
after like 6 months.
So yeah, he's not a trusting person. He's DTA. He's like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I just can't wait for the Dark Order to finally break up.
Yeah,
they're not going to.
They'll eventually break up.
They're too over now to break up.
Yeah, but what's their point? What are they doing?
Well, their original point was when they were heels,
yeah.
But now because of the whole backing, because of like the whole tribute show.
Yeah, because if Brody Lee hadn't died at this point in time, I don't know what the hell would be going on.
Hangman would never be here.
I don't know. They might.
You know what this match would have been? Probably would have been Brody and Hangman.
Maybe.
That's the only thing I'm actually interested in seeing is if Brody hadn't died, what the hell they'd be doing right now.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be super over.
I don't know. Silver might have got himself over anyways.
Like the BTE crowd, they're still over, but then they were over because they are.
Because there was a story that they were gonna do Silver as Brody, like mini Brody.
Yeah, that outfit that he wore at the tribute, they were gonna do a BTE skit with it.
And it sounded like it was gonna get on television.
I kind of feel like they're gonna turn face either way. Just because you can't get that over on BTE and be heels.
Yeah.
So all the people that watch BTE watch the show.
Just unfortunately, at this point in time, for me, the Dark Order just kind of seem like they're floundering.
Yeah. Well, there's so much going on.
Because they're not really going for tag titles. They're not really.
You can only justify one of those teams going for the tag titles.
That on top of it too, you have like
two, I guess. Silver and Reynolds can.
You have like 3 teams in there, and one of them is like a serious tag team where it's like, okay, I could see them winning.
I would love Silver and Reynolds to win the titles, actually.
I'd love Silver to win, but it's like...
Put Silver...
put him with Grayson.
So I was just going to say, Silver and Grayson would be good.
Uno and Reynolds, fuck you guys.
But for the same reason why Uno and Grayson are the team, and Reynolds and Silver are teams, because they were teams. They came in as teams.
Well, and the thing is let's say the Dark Order were to win the tag titles one day. Are you going to do a Freebird rule, like 11 people?
That'd be hilarious.
You never know who the fuck you're getting out of 11?
All right, so we got the Young Bucks. They're going to face Hangman and Silver tonight.
No. Before the match starts, it's going to be 5 and 10. Or
it'll be Colt Cabana and Stu Grayson.
If anybody is having the hardest time doing anything in the Dark Order right now, it's Colt Cabana. I completely even forgot about him until he came out there.
True.
Okay, and tonight's match for the tag titles is going to be Anna Jay and -1.
-1.
They'll be fine.
No, it'll be Preston Vance and -1. It'll be like Nicholas and Strowman.
There you go.
You'll have Anna Jay
Except
in
for people
there, Preston will be on the outside.
Except for people actually like -1.
Preston Vance will be on the outside.
No offense to Nicholas, but that was the worst 15 minutes of my life, watching Braun Strowman try to walk through the crowd to find the little boy that was.
And that was Wrestle Motherfucking Mania.
Yeah, this isn't Wrestle Fucking Mania right here.
Yeah. This match is a little bit better than the 6 I gave to the fuck was that match called?
Miro and Sabian.
Thank you. Sorry. I gave it 6.5. It was okay. I like both characters. I like the big money gimmick. Adam Page is also floundering. I don't know what he's doing either. He was like about 3 months prior or 4 months prior. He was on top of the world with Omega, and then he had a chance to fight Omega. Oh no, 4 months. I'm sorry, maybe before that, but
4 months ago was when he was fighting Omega, because that's when he lost the #1 contendership.
Yeah,
that was a great fucking match.
So they're all he's on a holdover with the Dark Order storyline until they are figured out or booked to do something.
They went from losing the titles at All Out to Hangman basically like, I can't wait to get. I want that rematch. Kenny kept saying no. Then they did the tournament. Then he lost to Kenny, and then this whole thing with the Dark Order started up again. And then Matt Hardy came in. That's where we are now.
And, so he's kind of floundering too at this point.
But then there's so many fucking people in this company for the 2 hours that they run a program for.
But the match was fun. I liked it. The joint manipulation was kind of cool, but it's not as convincing as Pete Dunne or any other British wrestler who does it.
I just thought it was weird because it's Matt Hardy doing it.
Right. I thought I was gonna eat him, like eat his fingers off or something.
I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to like, this is why like we'll talk about it here in a second with the reveal. We talk about the older people. Yeah. Some of these older people. Jericho, I still love Jericho matches. It's fine. Yeah. I feel like Matt is in a lot worse condition than some of these other people. and we'll get to that.
Look at all the fucking ladder bumps he took
Because
over his career.
Jericho's doing, like, you can say what you want about his shape, but you can still put on a match. Like, we gave it 8.5, and they did what they did. But I feel like Matt's body is older than he is.
Yeah.
Like, he's probably like a 60-year-old and 45, like, whatever.
No.
I don't know. If you think Matt's like that, then what you think Jeff is like? Because Jeff's
84.
fucking worse.
I don't fucking watch Jeff matches anymore. I understand why he's still in WWE, though. They're paying him out the ass.
Yeah. 6.5 for me.
I gave it 6.5 too.
Yep.
I think Hardy could do better if he was with like an opponent that was in a more prominent match. Like this match was just kind of there. Like out of all the matches on the card, this one and the Sheeta match had the least amount of booking.
I mean, they kept doing this with Matt Hardy for a while. The one that had the least interesting booking to me was the Miro one. The least booking thing is the Sheeta one. They didn't really book much, but they tried to give you all that information in the opening package.
Which that makes sense.
Because like there's a lot of history that they glossed over in like subtitles during the video package. But no, I don't know. I'm not feeling the Matt Hardy thing.
Yeah.
Outside of like the special, like the hardcore matches, the Elite Deletion match that he did, not the deletion match, not the Last Man Standing match.
Yeah, no, I'm not feeling it right now.
But like Stadium Stampede, liked it.
Yeah.
When he ran people over a golf cart, that was fine. Like those kind of matches, but like straight up singles matches, I'm not feeling Matt Hardy.
It really would depend on the opponent. Now, I haven't seen an opponent that's impressed me right now. But
I did like the Twist of Fate on the outside. That was good.
That was cool. That part was fine.
I just feel like he moves awkwardly now.
All right, then that was a big show. Or is he after the ladder match?
Ladder match.
I was pretty sure it was before. I swear he talked. No, I know the reveals after the ladder match, but I'm pretty sure he has an interview.
Oh well, yeah, he has a little
which
backstage
I think was
bit.
before that.
He has a little backstage bit, but he just says the reveal the
gives you a
new
little hint.
signing is a person who
Can outwork
anyone, and
it doesn't give it. I just wanted to bring it up that we didn't just skip over.
Yeah, you're right. There was a second.
I think it was
there's a
before
first
that.
segment before the reveal.
All right, so
Or else we never would have talked about Big Show because he doesn't come out for the reveal.
now we have the ladder match. Penta El Zero Miedo versus Cody Rhodes versus the rapper Max Caster / Bobby Lashley's sister
Oh, he got a good line in there.
versus Scorpio Sky versus Lance Archer versus the mystery opponent. All ego Ethan Page.
Hey, don't worry, man. Everybody on the fucking internet doesn't pay attention and thought this was the mysterious Hall of Fame worthy caliber
No
person.
shit.
And it's so dumb.
So
I mean, they both have the word.
All right, what did Caster say in his rap album?
All right, so he just
hey, yo.
Yeah, rap
Listen.
Yeah.
Yo. And, well, I didn't write down word for word, but the two best lines that he had was "I cancel y'all like Dr. Seuss," and then another line ended. I think he rhymed it with the word promo. It says "More blood in your hands than Governor Cuomo." Like,
well, I can't remember what the hell did he say about Lola Bunny.
Oh, yeah, he said
a
something.
flat chest is like Lola Bunny.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember that one? Yeah.
A flat in your chest like Lola Bunny.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Or something like that.
Like that one got me. The Dr. Seuss one got me. The Cuomo one, that's a deep cut.
That was a goddamn. But hey, okay.
I mean, like that guy got
Well,
himself.
what did he say to rhyme brass ring though? He said something about the commentary team and then something about brass ring.
I don't remember.
I know about that. No, the Cuomo line, Dr. Seuss and Lola Bunny.
Yeah.
All right, so this match starts with Archer throwing a ladder at Sky and Caster.
Ouch.
Yep. Penta does a sling blade to Archer with a ladder in his hand. Sky does a German.
Which didn't work out the way they wanted to. I'm pretty sure the fucking ladder was supposed to land on him, but the front of it hit the ground, so it just kind of laid there.
Sky does a German to Penta with the ladder in his hand.
That ladder took a lot of bumps.
Lance has a spine buster to Ethan. Cody does a disaster kick to Caster. Caster hit Rhodes with a boombox.
Oh, that was.
Oh, and 10
Jack
came out.
Evans and 10 came
And
out.
Tennant came out and beat the shit out of Jack Evans for a spine buster.
Yeah. So you said there was something with that.
Oh, I did. It was, one, on Dynamite, Caster got in this match because Jack Evans hit 10 with the boombox and Caster pinned him.
Gotcha.
Because Matt Hardy paid Jack Evans to fuck over 10, to fuck over the Dark Order, to fuck over
Big
Ah.
money man.
And then
Yes.
also it played into the Battle Royal because Jack Evans eliminated 10 from the Battle Royal.
Love when a plan comes together.
Except
So-
for, yeah.
Penta dives onto Caster and Cody. Paige does a cutter to Archer on a ladder. Paige starts slamming the ladder onto Archer. Paige does a splash mountain to Sky on a ladder.
After he fucked up the movie he was trying to do before that.
Penta does a backstabber to Paige off the ladder. Cody does a springboard drop kick to Caster off the ladder. Penta does a Canadian Destroyer to Cody on a ladder bridge.
And Cody dies.
Cody dies.
Caster does a powerbomb to Paige off the ladder. Sky slams Caster on the ladder and Paige.
Does this frog splash here?
Yep. Does the frog splash to Caster on a ladder. Archer does a knee to Sky, and he falls through a ladder.
That was where
I told you they never re-showed it.
and he died, and then okay, yeah.
I'm glad. I really thought he was hurt until he came back in, because that was brutal watching it the way they showed it.
Cody comes back and starts whipping Caster and Paige with his weight belt. Cody does the crossroads to Paige.
With his fucking injured arm.
Idiot.
Archer does a suplex to Cody off the ladder.
On an injured arm.
Caster does an elbow to Cody off the ladder.
On an injured arm. Archer
throws Caster and Penta off the ladder. Archer does a chokeslam to Penta, Cody,
and
Paige. Then Archer does the blackout on a ladder to Caster.
That had to hurt.
Paige does a low blow and a razor's edge to Archer. Oof. Jake the Snake Roberts comes in. Does a clothesline to Paige.
I mean, and then he takes a super kick.
He takes a super kick by Penta.
Falls forward like the worst way to sell a super
Cause love much.
Cody does the Cody cutter to Penta off the ladder.
And I'm just going to give Jake Roberts credit for even getting in the ring at this point.
Correct. It's all in jest.
Penta hits Cody in the arm with a chair on the ladder. Sky hits Penta with the chair off the ladder. And Scorpio Sky grabs the brass ring.
Spare tire.
The onion ring.
Man, he's a fucking
onion ring.
Fucking Sonic the Hedgehog.
Frunion. There's a Frunion.
A Funyun.
Funyun, yeah.
He was grabbing the last ring.
Funyun.
So
He was grabbing the last ring in Sonic the Hedgehog is what he was doing.
there you go. The Sonic ring.
Or the golden toilet seat, one of the two.
Oh,
or
yeah.
his cock ring.
I mean, if he was going to go fuck Maki Ito, he walks up to the golden toilet seat. That's free entry because she's the deity of shit.
She's like, oh,
he's got that's his cock ring.
Don't care.
Damn.
That's a big cock.
He's black.
Not that big. I can't believe that's a conversation that just happened.
Hold
over
on.
here.
Woo!
Yes,
I am fanning myself off. Woo!
Scorpio Sky's giant dick. He's watching.
Yeah.
Just
He can fucking push the elevator button with that thing.
That's Scorpio Sky, right?
To the penthouse.
Scorpio Sky walks in with the ring and just goes.
Don't break your phone. With the.
It's got a screen protector on it. Don't break it with the giant.
Scorpio Sky just walks on the elevator and fucking pushes the button with his penis.
What number are you going to? Oh, 1. That's way up here.
Who was that one porn star they used to talk about when we were in high school as a joke all the time? That used to have a big schlong like that?
Is it the one that got in trouble?
I can't remember if he got in trouble or not.
Because I know fucking...
Well, there was a comedian that always would talk about him.
Was it Ron Jeremy?
No.
I know Ron Jeremy.
It was like a black one because he was huge.
Ron Jeremy's just funny because that guy's the ugliest motherfucker in the world.
And he's old.
All of the 10s. And now he's going to jail because he sexually assaulted people. How do you sexually assault people when your job is to get paid to fuck people?
Yeah, what the hell?
Like, why would you do that?
Like, unless you're like trying to grab up on some girls' titties when they're like just trying to hang out. Dude.
Okay, now we're moving away, but I just gotta say that's just the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Like, you already get paid a lot of money.
Steel was his name.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I know Remington Steele.
Yep, Remington Steele. That's it. You're right. Like Remington the shotgun.
Jesus Christ.
Might as well be.
He has a shotgun in his pants.
And it's fully loaded.
Oh, gross.
Double-barreled cock and
ball. Buckshot.
Lariat.
Well, buckshot's the best way to look at it. It goes, it spreads.
Wham!
It spreads. No, there's no wham. Okay.
There might be a wham at the end of that.
Giving some buckshot facials.
The
ODB will take a facial.
Oh my God! Can we move on, please?
Oh God! Daddy Wolf is on. Oh God!
Hey, it's Preston.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, what up, dude? That was a kid.
Daddy Wolf.
He's having a second kid. He got her pregnant again.
Put it in her butt next time.
Okay, you're yelling at the TV now. What were we talking about?
I'm not sure.
Ladder match.
Remember
Scorpio
Steel?
Sky.
Yeah. How many bumps did Cody Rhodes take on his fucking shoulder?
A lot.
Like 3.
Scorpio Sky and his brass
Jesus.
brass cock ring.
All right, so Scorpio Sky,
That was a tangent I never thought we'd have.
Scorpio Sky winning was pretty cool.
Called it.
Huh?
Called it.
Yeah, you did. There was moments where like everyone had their moment to whether it was Max Caster at the beginning or it had Cody Rhodes taking all the bumps or Penta was all over the place. Tope going helos. He had that Canadian Destroyer.
He took the worst Cody cutter of all time.
Yeah, Lance Archer was beating up the crap out of everybody.
Didn't get a dick in his face, so that's good.
Huh?
He didn't get a dick in his face. That's good.
How can you not? Scorpio Sky's in there.
You see his cock ring?
Jesus Christ.
Just standing in the ring.
Yeah.
He's just whipping it around. Oh, dude.
This is gonna be
that should have been Joey Ryan's finisher, just a clothesline with a penis.
He's not big enough. He's white.
Doesn't matter. You can put a fake one in there.
That Scorpio Sky doesn't need it, though.
Scorpio Sky doesn't, but Joey Ryan put it.
Okay, this is going to be a bit that I do not want to continue, but it's going to happen. Next time we see Scorpio Sky.
You clothesline him. Oh, God, he took him down with his penis.
Bam!
You know how Eminem used to come out with the belts tied to the actual belt?
Yeah.
They'll just be like hanging off his dick.
That'd be hilarious as shit.
And
He'd like
and he makes it go like this.
he'd be one of those people that get like the little like fucking ring thing on the tip, and you just hang it from that.
Would it be hilarious?
Yeah, girl.
It would be hilarious as fuck if someone had a spot where like
Why are we
they're running the
I'm
ropes.
sorry,
I don't know.
that was all on me.
They're running the ropes and they run into Scorpio Sky's penis and fall over.
No, they'll think it's the ropes, but it's just his dick going across alongside the ropes.
Ooh, so that would hurt, especially during a tag match.
They're
Especially because the
both
guy's got to
broke.
grab it and grab that little rope too.
I mean, they're both black. Okay, please. Serious thoughts, Scorpio Sky? Awesome.
Lexington Steel or Remington Steel, I mean.
Lexington Steel's something else, but no, but yeah, Scorpio Sky. I think he's gonna win the title on Wednesday, especially after what we'll talk about in the next match. Darby's gonna be in some pretty terrible condition. I think it would be the right time.
And Scorpio Sky runs with the belt. Fine by me.
All right, what are we
And then Darby
running
can go
for
back
a
to the-
rating for this?
I give it 8.5.
I'm
Me
just saying
too.
8.5 like Scorpio Sky. Can't give it a 10. That's Scorpio Sky level of a rating. 8.5.
No shit. We're not worthy.
Scorpio Sky's like probably a 15 rating.
Yeah, but you know.
And we're not worthy.
No.
Ow! You try to bow down. We're not. Ow! We're not worth.
Damn it, Scorpio!
Jesus.
Put that thing away.
Can't. Tape down to his knee.
Wrapped around is a belt. It's an organic
Like
grown
Goku
in
and his
belt.
tail.
Oh my god.
You got the reference. You gotta stop, please. All right.
Yeah, I'm waiting on you guys.
I gave it 8.5.
Yeah, 8.5.
All right, so we go to the
Ow.
So we go to the new AEW signing, and the way Big Show worded it was that this new person will outwork everyone. And
I'd be impressed if he does at 47 or something.
And
like
we
that.
had a countdown from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
And we fucking knew
is Christian Cage.
The moment the music started, like the timer started, I'm like, yep, I know this theme.
And then the theme, and then they hit the theme, and it was
Well, the thing is,
Christian Cage's TNA,
I knew
Pretty
it.
close to it.
Well, I knew it because the first time Christian debuted in Impact, they did the countdown, the same fucking
They had
way.
Josh Matthews out there though.
Not in TNA.
There was a different. There's
That
somebody.
that was back in like 2005. They had like Borash in the ring.
Yeah, somebody did it.
But they
People
had
were
like
posting
the,
on Twitter.
they had like the countdown, and they were playing the same music during the countdown. I'm like, it's Christian.
yeah, you knew it.
It's
And then
also-
they started playing his TNA theme song, and I'm like,
Yeah, we all knew then. Yeah. So Christian walks to the podium. He grabs the contract. He's looking around, doing his look out at the crowd thing.
He's looking for his peeps.
Where my peeps at? Walks to the ring. Signs the contract. For some reason, puts it on the ground,
and leaves.
and then walks back away. But however, we don't know if he's face or heel because he walked out the heel entrance and walked up the face entrance. So we don't know if he's a face or a heel yet. So
I don't know if he
stay
understood.
tuned.
My only question is like, Yeah, there's no false advertisement because Big Show said he would go
that's what I was gonna say,
sign
so-
the contract and leave.
Well, I was also the
They
other
also
part,
showed the outwork
Yeah.
everyone shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
I forgot
My
about that.
biggest complaint about this whole thing is everybody's like, oh, Christian, yeah, like, dude, he's a Hall of Famer. Like, he is a Hall of Fame caliber
Yeah,
person.
no,
That's all they say.
that part's definitely true.
And that's people like, and the same people who are like bitching that they quote unquote false advertise because they don't see him as a Hall of Fame person. It's like, it's not Brock Lesnar, it's not John Cena, it's not CM Punk, it's not this. Like, dude, think
Face
about
reality.
it.
Face reality.
Think
God
about
damn.
it. How happy were you when you came out of the Rumble?
I was happy as fuck.
True.
These same people that were super happy they came out of the Rumble are now saying that that AEW sucks, so they signed another old guy, but yet they'll defend the WWE for putting the same aged old guy in the main event of WrestleMania.
Well, exactly.
With Edge being in the main event.
Tell me how many guys that look like Christian in the shape he's in can't go at 47.
And we watched the Rumble.
I just wanted Christian to cut a promo though, a little bit.
Don't worry, they'll save that for
Just
Wednesday.
say
They'll
hello to the crowd or something.
More people will watch it on Wednesday, so maybe just bring it out on
The
Wednesday.
thing is, though, is he could have at least said, like, you know, hey, it's great to be in AEW, something quick.
Or you can just do what Jericho did when he came back on one of his runs and come out 6 weeks in a row and not say a single fucking word.
He could have just said, he could have just
With a
said,
light bright jacket on.
he could have just said, hey, Christian's here to see his
Hype up the
peeps
crowd,
and
like, yeah.
whatever, and could have just walked away, you know, did a minute promo and just left.
Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
as
dude.
intrigued people tune in on Wednesday to see what he says.
He was just fucking there. I'm happy he's there.
I'm
Now-
happy he's there. I just wish he would have said a little bit.
Now, what is he going to do? How often is he going to do it?
Exactly.
That's the point, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the point.
I already know he's got a multi-year contract, but how many dates does that require him to do?
I mean, Jesus Christ! At
is
this
he going to
point,
go for the world title?
at this point in time, you might as well unretire Devon, get him all on AEW, and do the TLC match from WrestleMania 17.
I mean, they could try. Jeff Hardy might be broken in half.
Darby Allin's put him in there.
All right, we're going to recreate the same match. We're just going to get the young AEW versions of it.
Or-
Jeff Hardy would be played by Darby Allin.
No, let's just do the originals. Why not?
Matt Hardy can play Matt
'Cause there's
Hardy.
no way
Replay
they
the
would do it.
hits.
It'd be great. Like, okay, so we'll get to see the Jeff Hardy spear while he's hanging off the tag belts
Yep.
from Edge.
Yep,
They'll die.
it'll be an AEW this
Oh,
time. That's the
okay,
only
there you go.
difference.
Um,
And 40 or 20 years older.
Matt Hardy can play Matt Hardy. Sure, fuck it. Darby Allin can be Jeff Hardy.
No, we gotta get original Jeff.
There's
Come
about a
on.
million fucking people that do spears.
Bear-
Put Brandy Rhodes up there to do the spear.
Get Bear County in there when they get Bear County in there. Holy crap! It could be
Beer
great.
County.
Beer Country. Bear Country.
Bear
Beer
Coun- sorry,
Country. Beer Country.
Well, I just downgraded Beer. Sorry, I buried them. I just call them Beer County. The fuck is
Yeah,
wrong with
yeah,
you?
you
Bear
guys are
Country.
You guys were a country, now you're a fucking county.
Yeah, not even a good one.
You're not even a state, you're a fucking county.
I just made them. My bad, boys.
You're like
Sorry, Boulder.
You're like Puerto
Sorry,
Rico.
Bronson.
You're not even a state.
Not even a city, but a county. All right, so then we
Well, to be
go.
fair, a county's bigger than a city.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was the other way around.
No, because like Hennepin
Yeah,
County
we're
is
still
how
in
many
Hennepin
cities?
True.
County.
Well, I don't fucking care.
Hey, at least you didn't say they're like Bear House,
Bear, yeah, Bear Room.
You're
Bear
the-
Bones.
You're the bare basement.
Yeah,
Cellar.
closet.
You are the Bear Bathroom.
Oh, Jesus. Bear toilet. Yeah. Anyway,
Sewer.
we go straight into the street fight.
Okay.
No more promos.
First things first is Sting is a douche because he's driving this truck and he's not picking up Darby Allin. He's like, "Fuck you, Darby. You gotta skate to the place."
They do the Back to the Future bit where the skateboard catches up to the back of the truck and he grabs the back of the cab.
And that was all Darby because he's
That was all Darby.
got that film mind thing.
But the street fight is
wanna-
Brian Cage, Ricky
one second.
Starks, Darby Allin, and Sting.
How much money is Tony Khan actually paying Brian Cage? Because
$2.
that fucking car that he's driving is very expensive.
He's paying him $2 total.
That BMW i8 is actually probably more expensive than that Ford GT that
Well, he only drove
Jericho gave Moxley.
well, Brian Cage probably only drove that thing about 10 feet probably.
He probably rented the fucker. Like Del Rio was renting all those cars he was driving.
It's probably another one of the Khan family cars, like they did with the Jericho and Moxley.
Exactly. It's a con car.
But it's also like $1 million car.
He's giving Cage like $3 and a coupon for Wendy's.
Yeah, you get to drive this car and it'll go take this insane bump that you're about to get.
No shit.
All I'm giving you is $3 and a coupon for Wendy's.
And you can go meet Scorpio Sky at the,
Yeah, watch out for your eyes.
I got protection.
They may get poked.
All right, enough Scorpio Sky dick jokes. We're talking about Sting here.
All right,
Stinger,
so
Sting you like Scorpio Sky.
so then there's a bunch of random fucking Stings walking around.
They're
And-
actually escorting Sting to the ring.
Sting and Darby Allin have their face paint, both of them half and half. And so like Sting's got his regular paint on his left side and his Darby's paint on the right side, and Darby's got the opposite. That was kind of cool. So they start fighting in a ring, and Darby Allin does a flip off of a wall.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
That Cage.
Oh, damn.
It's beautiful.
Well, this is weird because you got thrown into the wall, so that's one force. You hit the wall, it stops your force. And then that split second, you got to be able to push off the wall at the same time to do the moonsault. So you stop your force going one way without falling and then jump back the other way.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like climbing the wall. 'Cause he had to stick the landing before he did anything.
He defied physics.
True. So then Cage throws a tire and does a power bomb to the Stings outside.
Oh, he did.
He did the Kevin Owens powerbomb to the ring.
Yeah, down the apron, yeah.
So Cage is dragging Allin and choking him. Cage throws Allin through a door.
This is away from the ring, right?
Yep. Sting does a stinger splash to Starks. Sting is chasing Starks with a bat, and Starks is like, "You're nothing without a bat,
You're not
Sting.
an icon. You're not an icon.
You're nothing without a bat, Sting." Whatever. Who fuck cares? Sting throws Starks against a wall.
Multiple times.
Cage has Allin in a vertical suplex position and starts walking up a flight of stairs.
That was awesome.
Beautiful.
You walked up like two, and then you dropped him on that random trash can.
Yeah. Starks gets hit by Cage on accident with a trash can lid. Sting uses the fire extinguisher and a bottle on Cage when Cage has Allin up in the air. Sting and Allin put Cage to a table. Allin does a coffin drop off of a random beam onto Starks. Hobbs and Hook decide to come in and attack Allin, and Hobbs is wearing a mask that is orange and representative of Taz / Tyler the Creator.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's more Taz.
The color is Taz, the style is Tyler the Creator.
Tyler sucks.
No, he does not.
Yes, he does.
No, he does not.
You have no idea what we're talking about.
Darby Allin, Hobbs, and Cage throw Allin through a glass window.
Oh, don't forget, Hook showed up and did.
Hook was there. He
Did,
was chilling.
He was there.
He was chilling.
I wonder how his
Cage,
training's going. He could be pretty good.
Cage hits Sting with a shovel. Allin throws the bat that Sting through a window. Sting hits Hobbs and Cage and Hook with it.
Breaks it over Cage.
Yeah, he did.
Allin drops an elbow out of a window through Cage and was it a table setup or like a wall or what the hell was that?
It was some
I
sort
don't
of
know.
plywood-like thing
Yeah.
that they put a tarp over, and then they fell like another 10 feet or
but
something.
it was all gimmicked.
It doesn't matter. It looked cool.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Starks and Sting now are
Darby's
back in the
insane.
ring. And Starks does a spear to Sting. Well, then Sting does a scorpion death drop to Starks. Darby Allin and Sting win.
Yeah.
This was good, and it wasn't too long.
Yeah.
They nailed everything they were trying to do with this.
Yeah, they didn't extend it too much. I would say this was like watching that Matt Hardy crap. What was that match?
The Hardy Guevara match.
Yeah, and that
Full
one
Gear?
that one had a lot of segments. This one had like a bunch of like the same number of segments. I guess you could say, like different areas.
And like the Matt Hardy one was over the top. This was all kind of.
Yeah, this is a straight in your face fight. So I appreciate it for that because, like you said, it didn't wear itself out or wear out its welcome. Excuse me. The beginning, I was like a little bit like, let's get there. Come on. But
I think when they cleared out the Stings, it was fine.
Yeah,
They got really good after that.
my favorite spots were when it was all pretty much all to me. It was a Darby Allin show. He got thrown through that glass, that sick trust fall, whatever the fuck that was at the end.
The coffin drop.
Coffin drop. Sorry.
Well, the one
Or
that
are you talking the elbow drop?
the one that he did.
Oh, yeah,
the
the
fall on
elbow.
Cage. The one that he did Cage after at the end of the match was an elbow.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
an elbow, but
He
he
did the
jumped
coffin
through a
drop.
fucking window.
He did the coffin drop off the wall to Ricky Starks.
That was off a beam.
No,
Like
beam
a random
wall.
fucking beam.
Yeah, I think everybody had. To me, Ricky Starks was almost like I'm not saying an afterthought, but
He's
was
the only one I can't remember a spot.
Yeah, I
other
can't
than
either.
telling that Sting's not an icon.
He didn't really do anything.
Yeah, it was all about the other three guys.
Sting got to put his in. Be like, okay, that was cool to see Sting do some stuff. He got the win. He got the final shot, which I don't know if I agree with.
On the
because
Starks.
It should be they ended the film with Sting's face.
Well, I guess they couldn't get to Darby Allin because he's buried under some rubble. I guess I don't know.
He was dead. He was dead, Jim.
So,
Like I said, Sting, like that tweet I saw, Sting and a now deceased Darby Allin that won the street fight.
yeah. So so it looks like Scorpio Sky. Well, I agree with you. I like the more I think about it, the more I think Scorpio Sky will win the
He
title.
got thrown through a fucking window. He jumped out of a fucking window.
So if anybody, you were seeing on Twitter that people were just like some people were getting a little too picky about this match, were they? Maybe a little bit here and there. This was not going to be a 5-star classic. It was cinematic. It was a fight, and I loved every second of it. I gave it a 10. I loved it.
Holy shit.
I thought it was great.
He also thinks Darby Allin's the second coming of Jeff Hardy. So
By the sound of it, second coming of Jesus.
no, that's Hangman.
Well, everybody else did their parts. I mean, but Darby, I don't know. Darby has that thing where he makes every match he's in memorable.
No, I liked it a lot. I gave it a 9.5. I'm not that far off.
Yeah, I gave it a 10.
I gave it an 8.
See, that's fine.
There's a lot of stuff that kind of just drug a little bit too long.
I thought if it went another 5 minutes, I probably wouldn't have liked it.
Yeah, me too.
That's what I was thinking. Is there's a lot of spots where it's just like, okay, you're just kind of walking around.
Yeah, but to me, they more made up for it. But at least when they got to somewhere during that little spot, it meant something.
And I'll also say it was excellently shot.
I wasn't a fan of Hook and Hobbs getting involved either, even though I called it. I was like, I don't.
Well, you
need
knew
that.
it was going to happen.
That's
we
heel
didn't, we
stuff.
didn't,
That's
we
heel
didn't need
stuff.
them. We didn't need them there.
Just like you knew that was going to happen, you know what happens in the main event was going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, at least the main event, though, you're like, okay, we got this shit. And it was very fun. Speaking of that, then we get to the main event. Exploding barbed wire death match for the AEW World Title.
I have this because my rating, I'm going to cut it off at a point, and that will justify my rating, because I can't justify my rating with the actual end. But I will cut to black at a perfect point, and I'll be like, at this point, it's this.
Kenny
They do John Moxley first.
Omega.
There you go.
There's a lot of O's.
Versus
He's never heard that many O's in his life.
John Moxley.
Now tell me to fuck off.
Fuck up.
Call the fire department. That was a burn.
Okay,
You
so
I don't.
Bryce Remsburg is in his suit. He's ready. Kenny Omega, ready.
No, they're not.
John Moxley, ready.
The explosions.
They're definitely ready.
They're definitely ready.
Barbed wire?
Ready.
Ready.
So at first they're just trying to throw each other into the barbed
Here we
wire, which makes sense.
Yeah, you miss a spot when you're trying to copy someone's gimmick.
Okay, so it fades to black.
Well, no.
No, it's not even right either.
No.
God damn it. Wham!
Okay, fair enough.
He's gonna start yelling his catchphrases when nothing happens.
So there's no chopped liver,
Oh,
no
my
chop
favorite
suey.
thing about this is right before the match even starts, John Moxley's over this downing a flask real quick.
Yeah, he's like, you can see them both in the ring, kind of like, okay, come on, gotta go.
The
This is gonna fucking
flask
suck.
is ready.
But he fucking takes a shot.
He knees over in the corner, just downs the shot. He's like, "This is gonna suck."
This is gonna suck.
So they're both trying
In a
to
good way.
Yeah.
They're both trying to throw each other into the barbed wire, which makes sense. Moxley does a suplex to Omega. Mox does a clothesline to Omega outside of the ring on the one safe side. Then Mox has a trash can full of weapons and he grabs Barbie and starts hitting Omega with Barbie. Mox has a Russian leg sweep of Barbie. Mox then begins hitting Omega with a kendo stick. They go back into the ring. Omega throws powder into Mox's face.
And he just starts blindly swinging the barbed wire bat.
He took a powder.
Took a powder.
Literally.
Hey Taz, go take a powder. Don't know what you mean. Take a powder.
He took a powder, He took a powder, JR.
Okay, we don't need to talk about JR. You can probably only shoot powder now.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Why?
Because I had to call back to the conversation from 2 hours ago.
Omega then throws Mox into the barbed wire and it explodes.
You're
Wham!
like, oh, all right. No, it's more like bam.
Yeah.
Bam! You gotta grab your tits like ODB does then.
Bam.
Oh, shit. Omega does a knee drop using a trash can. Then, let's see, to Mox. Omega does the Kataro cutter to
Crusher.
Mox. Crusher, what? To Mox.
What? You're the one who's so technical with the moves. You're the one doing the...
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Know the moves.
So then Omega
Not my
has
job
a
to know the moves.
Omega has a figure 4 on the Mox.
Suck that, Flair. Figure
And-
4 in a barbed wire death match.
And to get out of it, Mox actually uses a barbed wire chair.
I think a fucking cheese grater.
Yeah.
So what would that be? A ouch? 'Cause
Ouchie.
there's not a wham in there.
It's an ouchie.
Okay.
Like ouchie. Ugh. Yeah.
So then Omega throws Mox into a barbed wire board.
Yeah, and Mock, that got stuck in his head. That was brutal.
Ouch. Yeah.
Omega gets lucky later because he didn't get the same treatment, but damn.
Omega does a moonsault to Mox. Omega is then using the kendo stick, and Mox then throws Omega into the barbed wire, not once but twice. Mox suplexed Omega into the barbed wire, and bam.
And bam.
Mox has a side slam to Omega on the barbed wire chair. Omega does not one, but 2 snapdragons.
Ouchies.
Omega does a V trigger. Wham!
There you go. That's probably the best one you've done so far.
Yep. Omega and Mox both run into the ropes and kaboom!
I mean, that didn't work. That was flat.
Say that for like a John Tenta match.
John Tenta?
Yeah, versus like Typhoon or something.
Jesus Christ.
That's a kaboom.
And then Omega asked for water because he got smoke in his eyes.
Yeah.
Mox does the paradigm shift to Omega onto the barbed wire boards that exploded on the outside.
When you really and this is where Omega does his little bleed job. But if you really think about it, Omega got the luckiness out of that move.
Yeah.
His head goes down and he flips off the board.
Moxie's flat back that shit.
And Mox had to get himself out there.
You can see him like, god damn, this sucks.
Like, why did I agree to this shit? Good thing I'm taking a vacation after this.
Yeah.
So Mox at this point takes some of the barbed wire off the board and puts it around his arm and starts punching Omega with it.
He cut himself with that too.
He's insane.
Yep.
Mox does a pile driver to Omega. Omega does a low blow and a power bomb to Mox. Omega does the V trigger to Mox in the corner. Omega does the one-winged angel to Mox, and then ends up... So Mox is getting pinned at this point, and then puts his foot on the ropes, and they explode.
Nice.
Kaboom!
Nobody kicked out of the one wing angel.
So then the Good Brothers come out, and they bring a barbed wire baseball bat that explodes,
Great.
but the
Great.
Good Brothers are getting their ass kicked by Mox. Omega hits Mox with the exploding
The Good
Barbie.
Brothers the Good Brothers get their shit kicked in, and then
They bring out the exploding bat. Right?
yeah.
Then Omega does the one-winged angel on the chair.
And a 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Omega wins.
Okay.
And then they're like,
Okay.
beatdown happens. And they're the announcers are like, oh my god, it's gonna explode in a few minutes here.
Okay. Still good.
Because the
Still-
match is over, but
Still good. Still good.
So then they're beating the shit out of Mox, and then the countdown starts on the
Okay.
on
Still
the
good.
screen.
Still good. Still
And
good.
they're like, oh god, 30 seconds, 30
Still good.
seconds.
Still good. Eddie Kingston comes out.
They go, they leave. Eddie Kingston comes
still
out,
Good. Still good.
lays down on
Still
Moxley.
good. Cut to black. Right here. You stop right here. I fucking love everything about this.
But then you see like some sparklers, like WCW Nitro's opening package every week. The ring has some like fireworks, and it looks like the 4th of July. No explosion, but Mox is dead.
and Kingston dies too.
Yeah.
If you cut, because it didn't work out the way they wanted, I guarantee you something failed. That's no way they planned it to be like that.
Yeah.
But
Just like that, yeah.
but
I've seen Pyro from Raw look scarier than that.
Cody's pyro is scarier than that, and he stands in it.
Goldberg looks scarier than that.
But
I don't know.
But,
Gilberg's is scarier.
There you go. Well, this actually scared him.
but no, like up until the final explosive thing actually starts, when Eddie like lays down, sacrifice himself like the friend on the grenade, fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Loved it. And that's where I'm going to rate it from. I'm not going to rate it from a malfunction because no way in hell anybody thought that was how that was supposed to go.
Yeah, not that lame.
I'm going to rate it from bell 1 to the last bell.
Well, that's just the match itself.
Yep. That's what I'm rating it on.
Well, the match itself, I know my rating.
Yeah, everyone watching this knows what this is going into it.
Everybody's it's when we opening the whole podcast.
It's not catch as catch can. So if anybody sits there thinking, "Oh, they didn't do enough moves," shut up.
Yeah,
Jim Cornette, shut up.
Yeah, shut up.
Oh, he's gonna fucking hate. He's gonna fucking.
Why?
Rip into
I don't understand that.
I'm not even talking about the match. He's gonna just rip into the fact that AEW's production failed so miserably on the final explosion.
Yeah,
If you're gonna promise an exploding ring,
so
you're gonna promise a damn exploding ring, better give us a damn exploding ring.
And
he'd still hate it.
And I'm gonna nitpick for a second, so just bear with me here. The match was great. Okay, the match ended the way it should, but I'm gonna tell you this: there's no way the ring should have exploded because the match was over. Should be done.
Anyway, yeah. But of course,
like I said, it's a nitpick. Don't think I'm bad thing to say about it besides the actual.
That might as well have been. I would have been more okay with that being what happens than having the malfunction at the end happen and then the ring not actually exploding.
Yeah.
Like if they would have just been like, sorry, no explosion, wait till next time because the match was over, that would have been fine.
See, what they should have did is do like the ones that they did outside the ring, and then all the caps that are in the fucking ropes
at
at the same
like
time.
Yeah, make it look like something happened.
And then you know what you do? You do the ring break like fucking Big Show and Lesnar.
Something.
Like I said, I'm pretty sure
that would have been interesting. I've been like,
if it moved
shit.
a little bit.
I'm just making my prediction on this, and I said it before we started this when we were just sitting there trying to figure out like what happened there, because everything you just said is true. And I thought when like instead of like the sparkling thing that happened there, like something about and like the ring, the fucking ring posts explode and then the ring breaks. That's what I thought they were gonna do, because that's a way to say the ring exploded.
That'd have been
You
cool
can
as
explode
shit.
the ring.
Yeah. Yeah, you can make the.
And it'll still be safe for the people inside. It'll just look more dangerous in their place.
Yeah, 'cause they'll literally just fall down.
Yeah,
And then you get all the smoke and
yeah, have all the smoke and on all whatever, like, and maybe add like something beneath it to where the ring like has holes in it. So so there's like a little gimmick spot if you can.
I swear, there's no way that something broke.
Yeah, something. I mean, you're right. Yeah, I mean, it's a fucking shame too, because we're like, oh, cool, this is gonna be great. They're even counting it down on the goddamn Titantron or whatever the fuck they call it, and I'm laughing my ass off. This is fucking hilarious. And I'm like, this is gonna be great. I'm like, oh.
You're laughing, it was hilarious, and it was gonna be great, and then you were laughing, it was hilarious because it just looks so.
And I was like, oh.
That's it.
Even being the hardcore AEW defendant I am, that was a travesty.
Yeah. I still give it a 9.
I gave it a 9 as well.
Oh, I gave it all the way up until that moment with the Eddie sacrificing points before the explosion. I gave it a 9.5.
And I would obviously would have gotten a 10 if it had worked correctly.
That's why I said I cut it at that point.
Because
I
this
can't
match
give it
was what it was. It wasn't catch can like I was saying earlier.
It was what I expected it to be.
Exactly. It was entertaining. Everything looked like it hurt. Even like I can even forgive those little blasting caps going off, but this far away from the wrestlers when they hit the ropes. I can forgive that because they played it off during the show.
They did do that. I'll give them.
They explained it more as the explosions weren't necessarily to be like burning or anything like that. They were more to be disorienting than anything else.
But if there's some projectiles coming off of them, even though you couldn't see it, you still have wrestlers doing this.
There's blasting caps on there.
Yeah, but they still made up for it by putting themselves through barbed wire, baseball bats, barbed wire boards. They
could have done the match without explosions. It still would have been fine.
It still would have been fine. But the explosions added a great visual every time they hit one.
They did.
And honestly, even if it wasn't like if they would have just not had the part where 30 minutes the ring explodes and they just didn't have that part in there and they would have did everything else the same with the explosions they used, that would have been fine.
I don't. Was one of you guys who brought up why didn't they just have like the ring explode and then the match ends like about a minute or two afterwards?
Me.
Was that you? Yeah.
Well, I think the first thing we said was because they had that stipulation in there, we thought the match would continue until after
the explosion, but.
Yeah.
And then the way they were selling it, that Kenny and then had to get out of there because there's gonna be this whole thing.
Which sounds like okay, cool.
So they really have something big planned, and then it just duds out. Like
it's kind of funny because there's like 45 seconds left when everyone's like, "Get out of the ring," and then like I've been like, "Okay, I got 45 seconds." 35 seconds left. Okay, keep on going.
And then when Kingston got in there, like
10 seconds left. Okay, cool. Dive out of the ring and.
Technically, Kingston could have picked him up or something.
Dragged him. I mean, he was only handcuffed. It wasn't like he couldn't just grab him by the handcuffs and pull him. I mean, you're Eddie Kingston. You're a big dude.
I was fine with all of it, even the laying down like the grenade, like on the grenade thing to protect him and shit. But then it dudded out like fireworks that don't work on 4th of July sometimes.
I wonder, like, if Eddie Kingston could have called an audible in the ring and said, okay, well, that didn't work. So I just played like, okay, cool, we're safe. And he's like, okay, Dean, sorry. Mox, are you okay? Instead of, like, pretending he died. But you can't do that, though. But that
the
was the
thing
plan.
is, he's still got to quote-unquote sell it.
I think the worst thing about it was, I don't know, I feel like, because Tony Khan's like Vince McMahon, he can be in somebody's ear. Like, maybe he could have told the announcers to say something to, like, try to write off why it didn't work properly, and they didn't do that either.
I mean...
They didn't have time. They were off the air within, like, about... No, they weren't.
Because Eddie stayed on him for like another 45 seconds.
That's right.
Because they were trying to play the scene.
I mean, shit, Kane's pyro is scarier than that shit.
Well, that shit looks like it would be fucking hurt. That would hurt.
Kane stands in the ring and there's fire coming out of full fucking
I know. There's matches where there's like 8 guys in the ring. He's like, when they're all like, oh crap.
If you cut before the failure, this is a great pay-per-view.
Yeah.
It's still a great pay-per-view.
It is a great pay-per-view.
It just has a very disappointing payoff to that part of it.
Yeah.
To me, though, I'm not the biggest fan of the barbed wire matches. You don't get a lot of the fast spots.
This is fine.
Where people are running around.
This is AEW. You got Ray Phoenix jumping into the fucking crowd.
Well,
that shit was cool.
Yeah, so it's a good thing they had the ladder match. They had the tag team Royal Rumble, so they made up for that.
Yeah, they did.
And they had a really good tag team match.
And a good tag team match.
Everything on here worked except for that finish.
Yeah, how often do we say a pay-per-view is a 6.5? The worst match is a 6. I don't think we've done that very often.
No, I think this one and Full Gear we were very, very favoritive too. We really liked Full Gear too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Full Gear was great. So was this show.
That ending kind of sours me on trying to say it was better than Full Gear.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
But had that ending worked though,
that would have been.
Because they always say the only thing you're gonna remember is the end.
Well, exactly. That's why you can see a pay-per-view that sucks and go, that wasn't as bad. And then you watch it again and you're like,
everything sucks except for the main event.
Maybe that was pretty bad.
No, but we're going to get out of here.
Obviously, when this comes out on DVD, buy it. I don't care. Watch it. Steal it. Go on YouTube and pirate it. Watch it.
I'm not going to say that on the...
not pirate it. Yeah, pirate it.
Find it legally. No.
Find it illegally and then buy it legally.
That's what I do. Wait,
All right.
what?